So, for the first time since around Christmas, I'm making a video in the car. And I'm in a good mood because I'm on my way to get vaccinated. And I'm happy about that because I've stuck to every fucking rule since the pandemic began. And I'm also happy that finally the tide is turning against COVID-19. But most of all, I'm happy because it means all of the conspiracy theorists, COVID deniers and tinfoil hat brigade can shut the fuck up. It was understandable when vaccinations first began to be sceptical because no one had taken it before. But we're now in a position where over half of the adults in the UK have been vaccinated. So anyone who's still banging on that it's unsafe, to be frank, is a thick cunt. The people spreading these stories that they know someone who's died from the vaccine, that's bullshit. It's impossible. It's not a live vaccine. People have side effects, yes, fair enough, but it's not killing anyone. Also, I don't know which vaccine I'm getting. I've heard the Oxford one has got more side effects, and I'm not that bothered because I'd rather feel ill for 24 hours than be fucking dead. Something you don't hear much from anti-vaxxers is how many of them have a vested interest in keeping people afraid of modern Western medicine. And that's because these are the same people pushing absolute bullshit like homeopathy and crystal therapy and stuff which makes no fucking sense. It's all placebo effect, but they make good money out of it. Some EU countries have withdrawn the Oxford vaccine on a number of occasions, saying there are concerns it leads to blood clots. Personally, I think that's bullshit. I think it's more likely to be nothing but sour grapes. Because the one thing the UK government have got right is the vaccination programme. We have the second highest rate of vaccination per capita in the entire fucking world. Over 50% of British adults are vaccinated. That's down to 15% in France. So I'm guessing they're trying to slag off this British vaccine because that way it doesn't make their own incompetence look as bad. I think it's just up here on the left. Yep, turning into New Chapel. And yep, that's it. St James's Church is where I'm getting jabbed. And that's me done. From getting through the door to being vaccinated to then giving a swab test took about 15 minutes. The NHS have been fucking fantastic. Now I've just got to wait 15 minutes before I can drive. It's been about an hour and a half since I was vaccinated, and side effects? None whatsoever. I was expecting to feel a bit rough or a bit tired as my immune system went, "What the fuck is this?" and tried to figure out what had just been injected into my arm. But there's nothing at all. And I can't stress enough how well organised the vaccination centre was. From the guys on the car park directing people into spaces, to the Salvation Army taking people's details, then the volunteers getting people into the right queue, and then the absolute heroes of the NHS. There are very few things that make me proud to be British, but that's one of them. Of course, there's a minority in the population who cannot be vaccinated because they have complex medical issues. So I think it's the absolute obligation of every healthy person to get vaccinated to protect these people. And to the people who were refusing to get vaccinated because they've watched some scary YouTube videos, or they've seen someone typing experimental vaccine in the comment section on Facebook, the same people who think the word mask has got an R in it, or just because they're afraid of needles and they're not big enough to admit it. Who do you trust? Some fucktard who lives with his parents in his early 40s, or the world's leading medical experts? Fucking grow up. And the injection itself takes about 10 seconds. I would much rather spend 10 seconds getting a prick in my arm than act like a prick my entire life. Also, I didn't even feel the injection. That's largely because the nurse who was injecting me had a lot going on up front, and when she leant forward I could see straight down her cleavage. Maybe that's a new tactic being employed by the National Health Service. And doing that isn't something I'm proud of, but I was still somewhat distracted because before she injected me, She said, "Are you okay with needles?" And I was sat there thinking, clearly I've got tattoos down both arms. I'm fucking fine with needles. So that's the end of this video. I've had my first jab done. I feel absolutely fine. So I'm going to go home, get on social media and troll the fuck out of some anti-vaxxers. As ever, thanks for watching.